you can see that the surroundings are a little bit different to normal. I'm currently in France at my parents' house, and behind this door is my stepdad's bunker. By bunker, I mean his workroom. And in there is some absolute treasures, and I've been given exclusive access to root around in there and have a look at stuff. We might grab him as well to talk about some bits and pieces. Let's go through that door and I'll show you some of the awesome stuff in there. So this is his workroom, and as you'll see in a minute, he is quite good at making like static Airfix style models. I'll just show you this just to give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at. So these are all made and painted by him. Absolutely awesome. In fact, let's start on this shelf. In this room, I'd say there's probably, let's say 50 years, maybe 60 years even, 60 years worth of stuff. He did start as a young boy painting and making these models, and as we'll see in a minute, collecting some war memorabilia as well. He actually showed me earlier, this is from 1966. I think this was the cadets, and there he is there, sergeant in the I think it's air cadets. Anyway, what's on this shelf? You got any Red Dwarf fans? We'll start with some of the non-military stuff. Any Red Dwarf fans? Starbug 1. That thing's awesome.
Step up to red alert.
Sir, are you absolutely sure? It does mean changing the bulb.
There's always some excuse, isn't there?
This is a Mini Cooper. I actually bought him this for a birthday a few years ago. In fact, let's carefully bring it down. I brought it down here. Let me show you the engine. And again, this will give you kind of an idea of how detailed he goes with stuff. All hand done in there, and I think he's even made some bits and pieces. I think he's made the HT leads in there and stuff just to make it look a little bit more real, but I certainly would not be able to do stuff down to that detail. So I know about a few of these bits and pieces along here because it's been in the last few years, and one of them is this helicopter that, so it doesn't actually come as the MASH one, he's made it into the MASH helicopter, and he's made up these stretchers and stuff on the side. Look at the detail, crazy. Just going to pan over a few others now because this video could be hours long if we went over everything in detail. Loads more static stuff down here. That's obviously a plate from a real one there, but Schwimmwagen, not radio controlled, but a model one. I'm hoping FMS or Rock Hobby bring one of them out that actually goes in water. Nice figure here again. Obviously all this will be hand painted. Now we've got something that's radio controlled. I've actually got a little bit of footage of this yesterday, so in fact I'll show you the footage of that now and then we'll get back on and look at some more stuff. This is a Tiger, a Tamiya, really well made. This took him ages to make, and again I remember probably 20 years ago that he was making this. Anyway, here's the footage of it running. So a bit more stuff over here. You'll all recognise that. That's a WPL C34. Nice. I think he wanted this a little bit more sort of matte than this, or a slightly different shade, but again, nicely painted C34 there. I think it's stock. Yep. Birthday present from me. What a great stepson I am. This was the very first one I bought him. This is the B1, and it's got a twin motor conversion on it. He made some windows and put some wipers in there, and has obviously done it in a nice weathered camo effect there. I think he made these a bit better as well, to make them look a bit more realistic. But yeah, this was the very first one I bought him. This is the more recent one, the B16. Again, it's got some nice weathering on there. I think this is still maybe a bit of work in progress. He's trying a few different weathering techniques on it, but it's looking good so far. Anyway, I want to look in them cupboards. He's told me I can just dig around in here, and I've not seen really what's in these. I think this one's all model kits. Some that he's had for decades and never built them. Yes, that's what's in here. Well, let me step back just so you can, if you haven't got a light, but loads more stuff up there. Loads and loads more stuff. Another Starbug there, look. Kits. All kits behind there as well. Loads of Tamiya stuff, Airfix. Same on this one. I can't really see in there, but like in the, I like the vinyl on this. Proper 70s. More kits. More kits behind kits in there. It's just full. Absolutely chock-a-block. So much detail. It's unreal. I know I keep saying that, but it is unreal. Even more stuff. Well, that's that cupboard. What's in this one? Just down here, look, out of shot, that is a Messerschmitt wheel. It's not a replica, it's a real one. From the 1940s, a wheel off, I think it was a crashed Messerschmitt that he managed to get hold of. I think there's some more bits up there, but we'll get him in and ask him about them in a minute, about some of these bits and pieces. Oh look, another WPL there, work in progress. What's that one? Oh no, it's the Jeep. That's the JJRC Jeep in there. Another one that from me. Anyway, this cupboard. Again, more stuff up there. Look. That's off of Disney Cars, isn't it? Little Bond bug. He actually had a Bond bug as well back in the 60s, a real one. More bits. Look. It's just, I can't really see it in there, but it's just everywhere. What's that there? What's that? A Mark II Golf. Again, looks like it's in progress. It's been put together, but no paint yet. Nice. Maybe he didn't paint that Starbug actually. But looking at all his other models, that isn't beyond his capabilities for sure. Every good modeler needs his paints, doesn't he? Look, paints everywhere. Little workstation. Last of the models here, then we'll grab him just to talk to us. Tell us a bit of a story about the Messerschmitt stuff. There's more stuff over here. It's like a little museum in here. Like a little museum. I know what that is. That's a drill round from a tornado. Right, anyway, where is he? You don't need your makeup done.
Oh,
So we've gone round and looked at everything, but I don't know the full story on your Messerschmitt wheel and these bits and pieces up here, so I don't want to give any false information. Where did the Messerschmitt wheel come from and the other bits and pieces?
My father, when he was too young to join up during the war, early on, but what he and a mate used to leap on the mate's motorcycle. This is as far as I can remember, and they would rush to any crashes that they knew of to get there before the Home Guard or the police arrived to guard the site and nick as much as possible. The Dunlop tyre, which always used to fascinate me, Dunlop's in Germany, and this is an exhaust, I think from the same aeroplane. An exhaust
Right.
ejector. That's the cover, aerodynamic cover that would go over the front of
Yeah.
that. And I think these other bits of duralumin, I think it is skinning, also got cut off. That's something he gave me separate.
All right.
That is a crash Messerschmitt, not the same one, I don't think at all. But
And this is your dad's...
when he did join up, he managed to become operational in 1945 in February, and that's an aircrew escape map. If you were shot down over Germany, theoretically you could find your position on this map and walk back to, I don't know, France or Spain. The other side's got France on it.
Oh, right.
You need a bloody magnifying glass to be able to read it.
Just to read it, yeah. And this is all just stuff that you've collected over the years.
That's
So I know.
his goggles.
Oh, what, your dad's?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And just other bits and
Other
pieces.
cannon
And
shells, and there's a B-7 Flying Fortress information book.
ration thing or
That's
first aid.
Red Cross
pack.
ration pulse. Dirty canvas thing is an aircrew first aid pack.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it's got. He used to say it's got gloves in. If your hands got burnt as a gunner, you could stick those gloves on and carry on using your guns. Allegedly.
Gone round and looked at everything in here. I've just skimmed across a few models. Did you have a Lancaster that took you 40 years or whatever to build? It's up in there, is it?
In there.
Is it in this one?
I don't remember. It's a long time since I've taken it out.
Oh yeah, the one that all the
That'll
wheel.
be the kind of best. So it's that wheel
Yeah.
and that exhaust cover and front.
That took you a while to build that, didn't it?
It did, a long time, years.
Yeah.
Because I had to start learning how to use an airbrush.
So was that one of your very first sort of major projects you'd done then, was it? Or
Oh, blimey, no, I started making models when I was about 8.
8, but this is when you got, I guess, the detail and stuff, then you had to start learning.
Yeah, one of the early ones, I suppose.
Yeah, 8 or 9. That wasn't a MASH, that was just a basic kit, wasn't it?
It was a basic kit.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure when they originally issued it came out as a MASH, and they just changed the livery. And,
all right, so you put it.
But I made it into a MASH.
And
one.
you made the
Added my-
stretchers.
Made the stretcher carriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've shown them the Mini, the detail on that. I've shown them that. I opened it. Yeah.
Oh, you
opened
did?
that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because did you make the HD leads and stuff in there, or were they already part
I
of it?
think I did.
Yeah.
That's a model of my father's Halifax.
Ah, right. Okay.
That's well, it's the nearest I think I can get to being correct.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it had that radar bulge under it or actually had an underneath turret instead. Not
That's as
entirely
close as you
sure.
can
But
get. Yeah, that was if we had a look at all the
and
stuff on there and cleaning it.
He flew in that position, that gun turret.
And that guy's cleaning it there, isn't he?
Yeah, giving the perspex a polish.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought it was off a proper
again,
one.
my father nicked that from a crashed Dornier.
Oh, right.
So that's the model of it.
Oh, right. Okay. I did think that I said that's the real, obviously a real plate, but a nick from a crash site. That makes it a bit more interesting, though, doesn't
Makes
it?
a bit more sense.
Yeah.
That was an absolute pig of a model to build. But what fascinates me is the pink tactical markings they used to apply. They just decided pink was more visible
Yeah.
than the alternative. So
Well, thank you very much. I think
That's
that
what
is
you say.
everything. Mr. Gower Senior.
Yeah, Sergeant.
Sergeant.